Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to this reading. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is for, excuse me, the last part of August 2021. But my readings are timeless. So if you found this, there's going to be a message here for you. So welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. And if you're not, I hope you will be. First card out is the future. This is messages from the mermaids. And you also have ask for help. Very interesting. I almost feel like this is saying, like, ask your higher self for help from the future. So, since this is kind of a deep message, but I feel like I need to say it. So, you know how time is fluid. So that everything that, that happens on the 3D plane is linear. Like each year goes by, hours go by, minutes go by. But in the spiritual realm, time is fluid. Everything is happening at one time. So your higher self knows that whatever it is that you're going through right now, your higher self can see the future, which is actually happening all at the same time as right now. And it knows that everything is going to work out in your best interest. The universe is definitely, going to make sure that that you're safe and that everything turns out for your highest good. And I feel like this is saying, if you're doubting that, like if you're going through something kind of hard right now, you can ask your future self for help and calming yourself down and reassuring yourself that everything that you're going through right now is going to work out just fine, and it's all happening for your highest good. So I hope that makes sense. That's kind of a deep message to start off this with, but I felt like I needed to share it. So there we go. So this is the Tarot of the Divine. We're going to get some cards for you. Let's see. What do we have? Universe, there we go. We have Seven of Cups. So maybe there's some confusion, and maybe you're confused about something, that a choice that you need to make or a decision that you need to make right now. Yeah, Eight of Swords. You're all up in your head about it. You can't figure out what to do. King of Wands, and we have Nine of Swords. Okay, wow. So this is coming to me now. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, and the Hangman. So, what do we have here? I feel like there's a choice. There's something you're confused about. You're trying to make a decision. You're confused. Maybe you're overwhelmed. You really don't know what to do. You're all up in your head about it with the Eight of Swords. You're trying to figure this out logically, and I don't think it's making a whole lot of sense. I feel like it has something to do with maybe a person from the past or something. I mean, it could be a person from the past. It could be a soulmate situation. It could be you're trying to decide if you want to do a different kind of line of work, or it could be something different for each one of you watching. But there's some kind of emotional confusion or overwhelm. I think you're trying to logically figure something out. You're not really coming to a solution. I think the universe wants you to, this is the King of Wands. So this is kind of like take control of the situation and go with what you want to do, not with what you think you should do or what other people, like, don't ask a lot of other people for opinions, because it's just confusing you more and making you get all turned around, and especially people who are kind of stuck in the old way. So let's say that what you want to do is this is just an example, you want to quit a job, a career that, pays the bills and has benefits, but you hate it. And if you discussed it with people, like, for instance, older people, maybe your parents or older friends or people that are just kind of fearful, they're going to turn you around even more and make you doubt what you're thinking you want to do. They're going to make it where you can't figure it out. You're going to be so confused. So the thing to do is ask your higher self from the future to kind of comfort you in a way and let you know that everything is going to work out in your best interest. The main thing you need to do at this time is go with where your passion is, and that is going to lift you above all the stress. And this is the Nightmare card, but look how she's rising above it. So it's going to help you rise above all these fears is really what it is. So there's a lot of fear here, or there's a potential for a lot of fear. There's also the outcome is that you're going to rise above the fear when you decide to. I feel like you might need to meditate more than you have been, and get out of your head and go higher, go a lot higher, and your future, your higher self is going to let you know that all this is just, you don't even need to be going through any of this. Just follow your passion and take control of your own life is kind of what I'm getting there. But we're going to clarify. There's a lot of deep messages for the beginning of this. So I hope you got that. Let me know in the comments if that made sense to you and if it resonates. Clarifying the Seven of Cups, the Chariot, the Knight of Coins, the King of Coins, and the Faith card, the Hierophant. So, yeah, this is a change. There's a change you want to make to your life. Like, I feel like it's a big change. It's almost like, I keep going back to the same example of leaving a long-standing career that has, maybe you've done well. Maybe everybody always told you needed to be a lawyer, so you went to law school, you became a lawyer, and you've been doing it for a few years, and now you just realize that you're not in it. Maybe you're really not happy doing it. It's really not lighting you up. You're not passionate about it, and you want to make a change, but I feel like the fear is kind of stopping you. And then there are some people around that are adding to your fear by, reiterating all these fear-based beliefs that they have on you, and it's making you get all turned around and kind of like keeping you stuck from making this change is what I'm getting. That could be, for some of you, it might be like leaving a marriage that you've been in for a long time, or it could be, moving to a new city that you've really always been called to move to, but just for whatever reason you haven't done it, and now you really want to do it. But I feel like you might have told a few too many people about it or asked for advice, and now you're really confused and overwhelmed and don't know what to do. Ooh, look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Swords, clarifying the Eight of Swords, so you can't miss that message. And the Eight of Wands. You're quickly moving out of this. If you allow yourself to rise above this fear, you'll see that the Wheel of Fortune is turning. The universe is turning in your favor. You're quickly going to be moving out of this fear, keeping yourself stuck in a prison of fear. There's going to be, I feel like you're going to get some kind of news, or there's going to be some kind of action that's going to happen that's going to help you make the next move. You know how the universe will, if you take a couple small steps towards something that you want to manifest, the universe will meet you more than halfway. And I feel like that might be what this is saying. But let's clarify this King of Wands. Ten of Swords. Ten of Coins. King of Swords. Yes. Wow. So I feel like you're ending something. There's something that you're ending, and that's what's causing all this fear. Something that you wanted to end for a long time, but you've been afraid because you don't feel like you'll be able to make the same money, or you won't be able to keep the things that you have with, or you won't be able to support yourself. But you got the Ten of Coins here. letting you know that you're going to be very abundant. And speaking your truth is going to open up all this to you, because you're taking control of your own life. You got these two kings here, and you're over. You're rising above the fear is what I keep hearing. What in the world? I have messed these up again. And the Devil card turned itself around. So I feel like you're ending this toxic pattern, which is keeping you stuck. And I feel like the pattern is, it might be you're asking the wrong people for advice, or you're mentioning things to people that you really should be keeping to yourself until you can figure it out for yourself. Because I don't know if you're like me, but people will turn you around and really make your fears grow, because they have the same fears, and they don't consciously want to keep you stuck, but subconsciously they don't want you to rise to a higher level of consciousness, because that's going to leave them feeling like they've lost you, or they're not ready to do it. So they're going to try to hold you back, not consciously, but that's just the ego. Subconsciously, that's what's going on. They probably feel like they wish the best for you, but they're just too caught up in their egos to really see it. So clarifying the Nine of Swords, we got 6 of coins. Oh, wow. 9 of Cups. And a 3 of coins. Somebody's going to offer you something in the next few days, I feel like, possibly in the next week. Somebody is going to offer you something it's going to be a sign that, and it's going to let you know that this is definitely going to work. I feel like maybe if this is a new business that you want to do, but you're not sure you're going to make enough money, there's going to be something. Maybe a new client calls you, somebody that you run into, and they agree to do something. They're going to offer you something that's going to let you know. Maybe it's somebody you need to come to help you do this, like to work with you on it, a partner even. There's going to be something, and when it happens, it's going to click, and you're going to know that this is the right move to make. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like it might be. It could even be like if you're trying to leave a relationship. Maybe it's just somebody that finds you, that lets you know that they give you the gift of letting you know that they find you attractive, and knowing that, even though you may not be interested in that person, but just knowing that gives you the confidence that you're free. You can do this. You can rise above the fear. So we have 2 of coins, Knight of Wands, and 5 of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you need to act on. Meditation is really going to help you, because there's a tendency for self-sabotage, and I did see that Devil card. So you want to make sure that you don't fall back into these fear-based mental patterns that you were moving out of, and you want to just keep taking small steps toward this thing that you want to manifest, and before long you're going to be free of all these fears, is what I'm getting. And there's going to be some kind of gift is going to come to you, whether it's a phone call, somebody offers you something, somebody, if it's a relationship you want to leave, or some kind of pattern, there's going to be a gift from somebody that's going to let you know. It's kind of like the green light. And don't forget to spend more time meditating if you can, because there's a higher timeline out there waiting for you. You just have to let yourself jump to it. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading.